prime time on the top game, it's a fine line. Man in the match, that's Daveye, he's the main guy, keep a close eye. Make sure you don't make no wrong play, cause I'm with Jose and Andre. When Cyrus comes to walk in, you better know that you are watching Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time. Let me hear you say Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time.
Hello and welcome to Premier League Primetime. And you might be thinking, there's no Premier League football. What are you talking about? Are you doing your keep, loan, or sell? No. But one thing that I did want to cover, and what we're going to start to cover, are some of these matches in the Euros. Now, as for me, I'm coming on, of course, to give a post-match reaction and report and analysis of England, because that's where part of my family's from and who I'm supporting in the Euros. And 1-1 against Denmark. And as I said in podcasts for time, and I will say it now, this manager, he is not it. Gareth Southgate is not it. The tactics are beyond bewildering. How he didn't change anything from the first match against Serbia, where we got a lucky 1-0 win through a Jude Bellingham header. And apart from that, after the goal, we were rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Today, the midfield, absolutely nowhere. In any team, right? In any footballing team, the midfield is the heart, the spine. We were spineless today. Almost every single player on that pitch today, hold your heads in shame. As bad as Southgate is, as a manager, as pragmatic, as basic, as stubborn, and as boring as he is, some of these players have to look at themselves as well. It's just beyond a joke looking at this generation, this golden generation of players that he has at his disposal. And we're going to give this generation to Gareth Southgate. Why? Look at the amount of attacking talent that's in this squad. That he's handpicked every single one of these players to bring to the Euros. He decided to bring Luke Shaw and not bring someone like Tarek Mitchell. He was the one that's decided to not bring someone like Grealish or Maddison or Jadon Sancho. Someone that can put their foot on the ball, assess the situation, and be a creator and open up and unlock a defense. He's the one that decided to not bring someone like Marcus Rashford who can play out wide or who can play through the middle, albeit he had a poor season. He decided not to bring Harry Maguire, another one who typically performs well for England, but apparently couldn't, despite him making the injury or getting over the injuries, he couldn't quite hack it. Apparently not enough for Southgate. He's the one that decides to bring Lewis Dunk over the likes of Jared Branthwaite and Fikayo Tomori. He's the one who's making these decisions. He's the one that decides the tactics. He's the one who decides the player personnel that plays. Today was just a repeat of what I saw against Serbia, except we didn't get away with it because Denmark are just simply a better side. They're better opposition than Serbia. They just are. They have better quality players and they have more than Serbia have. We got away with it against Serbia, and we didn't get away with it this time. There are just so many things that baffle me. But let's just get straight into the player ratings. Starting off in goal, Jordan Pickford. To be honest with you, with the goal, there's absolutely nothing he could do. It was an absolute wonder strike by the Danish player. I'm not going to butcher his name just to not make myself look like a fool. But what a strike that was, and there was nothing that Pickford could do. Other than that, he made other crucial saves to keep us in the match. There were times where he definitely did look a bit shaky. Shots I would expect him to catch, he would spill. But luckily, the defense cleaned it up. But, there's goods and bads. So I'll go with the 6. I think a 6 is fair. Into right back, Kyle Walker, absolutely dreadful today. Absolutely awful. There were times where, yes, he got the assist for Harry Kane. But at the same time, I'm looking at Kyle Walker and some of the passes were sloppy. He lost a bit of his recovery pace. it just looks like he's just slowing down a little bit. He looked shaky. He looked a bit nervous. Kyle Walker, a Champions League winner, a 5-time Premier League winner with Manchester City, an England veteran, a leader, and he's looking shaky. Yes, if that's the case, then that's already not a great look now, is it? It really isn't. So, Kyle Walker, you get a 3 or 4. I'll go with a 4. John Stones, I'll give him a 4 as well. Not great either. Didn't look like his normal self whatsoever. I'll say the exact same thing as Kyle Walker. You know, you're expecting this guy to lead. He's the senior center back in the side. And again, when I'm looking at him, am I thinking, wow, John Stones? Yeah, wow, okay. No, not today. Didn't see a whole lot of communication. He looks shaky as well. Just simply not good enough for the standards that I hold John Stones to. Not good enough. 4. Mark Gahey, again, fantastic. Absolutely superb. For me, I know Jude Bellingham got the man of the match against Serbia, but that should have been Mark Gahey's. I've always rated this player. Every single time anyone can back me on this, he's a superb centre back. And if there's one player that I love for Man United to sign in the summer, forget Branthwaite and the 70 million they want. Sign Mark Gahey. Premier League proven. Yes, he's not the tallest. He's not the biggest and the most imposing. But his reading of the game, his ability to play the ball at the back, and his strength as well, very underrated. Incredible. This is an incredible player that I think is going to have a very, very good tournament. And I think it's going to be someone that many clubs will look at in the summer. 2 years left on his deal, Crystal Palace. This is a kid to keep an eye out for. But Mark Gahey, again, bailing out so many of the sloppy passes and errors made in the midfield, who were absolutely dreadful today. Big up Mark Gahey today. He was probably the best player on the pitch by a landslide. I will give him a 7. Kieran Trippier left back. And again, as I said earlier, why didn't we bring Tarek Mitchell? You also brought Joe Gomez who can play there. Why didn't you play Joe Gomez there? Kieran Trippier at what, 30? I think he's 32, 33. Why are you playing him there? He's not a natural left back. Yes, he could play there, but are you really going to be playing Kieran Trippier left back in 2024? Come on, seriously? Just no. He looks slow and laborsome as well. I will give him a 3. Into the midfield, Trent Alexander-Arnold gets a big fat 0 from me because anonymous. I'll give Trent a 1 because he put his kid on the right way. But he was anonymous once again. This guy's not a right back because he cannot defend. He's not a midfielder because he can't do a short pass to save his life. And neither can he defend either. So what's the point of playing him in midfield? What's the point of bringing players like Adam Wharton and Kobe Mino if you're just going to play Trent in midfield? What's the point? It's a big slap in the face to them. And I feel sorry for those two players. And for the likes of Cole Palmer as well, for not getting a single minute so far in this tournament, which I am beyond bewildered, but we'll get into that later on in the reaction. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, another absolutely dreadful game. Horrible. You get a 1. Declan Rice gets a big fat 0 from me. From the standards we all hold Declan Rice at. Supposedly he's a very good player. However, the section of the England and also supporters who constantly chat this guy as world-class, being better than Rodri, please, I don't ever want to hear those comparisons again. Today, he was dreadful. He was all over the place. Miss pass after miss pass after miss pass, caught out of position. Why isn't he and Trent doing a better job of closing down the shot? That originally, there was a bad pass from Harry Kane, but why aren't those two doing a better job of closing down the space, closing down the player, not giving him all the time in the world to shoot? It was such a stupid and easy goal to concede. You give the player the time, of course he's going to score when he has all the time in the world. When he smacks it in from 30 yards out, of course he is. Of course he's going to do so. Like, what did you think was going to happen? No, dreadful. 0 for Declan Rice. He was awful today. Into the attacking trio, Phil Foden, quiet again for Phil Foden, but you know what? He looked better. He looked improved. Saw a little bit of sparks of life from him. taking players on, dribbling through players, looking like the Phil Foden that we know, looking like the quality player we know is there. Please play Phil Foden centrally. Just play him in the 10 and drop Jude Bellingham deeper, please. He's a player with so much ability. You are wasting him on the left-hand side. But even then, even though he looked better, still quiet. Not good enough to the standards that we will Phil Foden to. Very average by his standards. I will give him a 5. On the right-hand side, Saka gets a 5 as well. Not great whatsoever. Looked better in the match against Syria, but today, he just looked a bit anonymous. Had a bit of a threat, but again, just not good enough. 5. Jude Bellingham. For me, you're as bad as Trent today. No, I'll give you a 2. Beyond dreadful today. The whole midfield was absolutely awful. Jude Bellingham. It is time to just humble yourself a little bit. Just a little bit. A reality check's been given to you. You need to drop deeper, my friend. Play there. You're a box-to-box midfielder. Play there. You played it for Dortmund, and you can play it for England as well. Not everything with England needs to revolve around the productivity of Jude Bellingham. If anything, it should be revolving around the productivity of Harry Kane. Why is it all of a sudden around Jude Bellingham? He can play deeper. Play him deeper. And then play someone the likes of Cole Palmer in the 10. Or move Saka to the left. Foden can play Foden through the middle, Cole Palmer on the right. You can change it up. Make it more attacking. Make it more balanced. Or if you really want to go with the seam, go with 3 at the back. Play 3 centre backs. Play Walker, Stones, Mark Weahey. You could play Saka at wing back, which is how he got his first call up to England in the first place. Play him at wing back. You could play Trent as a wing back who can invert. He doesn't have to worry about defending as much. And you're playing to the strengths of both Saka and Trent, who can both put very good crosses in the box. Then you can play Rice and Jude in the middle, play Foden in the 10, play Harry Kane and one of Watkins or Ivan Toney up front. To have 2 very good strikers up front on the receiving end of crosses from Trent and Saka. Yeah, long day for the opposition's attackers, or for the opposition's defenders. Play with balance, and there's no balance in this team. But anyways, back to the pairings. Jude Bellingham, dreadful today. 2. Up front, Harry Kane. Once again, he's dying in the system. He's dropping so deep, he's getting in the way of other players because he's just not receiving the ball. Yes, he scored the goal today, but again, you're looking at the captain, where's the leadership? It isn't good enough, but I don't necessarily blame him for all of today. But when I look at Harry Kane, all-time leading goal scorer for England, I expect more. I expect more from you. But not all of it was his fault. Was probably one of the better attackers, but that doesn't say a lot, does it? I will give him a 4. On to the substitutes. Conor Gallagher gets a big fat 0 because, again, how many times do you have to talk about this guy? How many times do you have to talk about Conor Gallagher and what he does? How many times? Runs around a lot. That's all he does. He just runs around. Conor Gallagher. He's literally Mason Mount, except with, I'd say, maybe a bit less technical ability. That's it. Conor Gallagher just runs around a lot. And he bundles people over, and he gets bookings, and he gets fouls. That's it. Why is he here? Why is Conor Gallagher here instead of someone like maybe a James Ward-Prowse? Why? What is the point of bringing someone like that? Why? So they can close down the game and run around a lot. Show passion. No. There should be absolutely 0 reason whatsoever he should be playing. I'm sorry, when you have the likes of Adam Morton and Kobe Mino, who should be playing instead, looking at the squad that we have. No. Shocking. 0. Ollie Watkins, I'm not really going to mark him, didn't have enough time. Didn't get a whole lot of service, so I'll just give him a 5. Jared Bowen came on, and somehow he looked worse than Saka. I don't know how, but he provided even less of a threat on the right-hand side than Saka did, which is just beyond belief. And I'm a big fan of Jared Bowen, but just not good enough. Again, and it makes you wonder, why is Cole Palmer not even getting a look in? When he was absolutely brilliant for Chelsea, you know how good he is technically on the ball, creativity-wise, attacking-wise, goal-scoring-wise. We know how good he is, so why he should be coming off the bench before Jared Bowen. Why is he? I don't know. Ask Gareth Southgate. I'd love for someone to ask him. I honestly would. Because it just confuses me. It genuinely does. I'm baffled by this. Jared Bowen, 4, not good enough at all. Eze came on, and every time he was on the ball, yes, he lost the ball a few times, but looked a bright spark. Looked a bright spark when I saw him on the ball. Dribbling looked all right. When he had the ball, didn't receive the ball much, but anytime he had the ball and he dribbled forward, it looked like he was going to cause some problems. Give Eze more minutes. Let Eze play more. You can play him in the 10, you can play him on the left. Try him in those 2 positions. Maybe things can improve, but oh no, that would be trying something different. And goodness forbid, Gareth Southgate tries something different and changes it. Oh no. Shiver me timbers for Gareth Southgate that he may have to try something new to change things up, to fix the problems that are there in this imbalanced side. We know it won't happen, but fair enough. Big up Ebre Eze for, again, a good cameo. Decent performance. I will give him I'll give him a 6 for what he done. He didn't, and last substitute. Oh wait, he didn't use his last substitution. Cole Palmer could have come on for Jude Bellingham, who stonked the place out. The whole midfield, honestly, could easily give them all 0s, but trying to think relatively rationally today. But why he's not getting mids, I don't know. Anthony Gordon, Ivan Toney, how must they feel? Looking at the attack, sinking the place out over these 2 games. How have they not even been given a look in yet? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. But dreadful performance from England. Oh, I forgot. Gareth Southgate, you get a big fat 0 as well. After the tournament, leave. Walk away. Quit. Because we will not win the Euros playing like that. Playing like how we have in the last 2 games, we will not win the Euros. And assuming that are just going to go with this team, this 11, the same group of players going forward, we will not win the Euros. I can comfortably say that. And if somehow we win the Euros, I will be beyond shocked. But Gareth Southgate, again, you get a 0. And if you leave, please stay as far from the Man United job as possible. Do myself and the Manchester United supporters a favor by doing that. But there you go. There you have it. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with what I have to say or not? And also, let us know if you would like to see more of these post-match reactions to games in the Euros to get other people on. Let me know. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments down below. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching our upload, and let us know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on anything and everything addressed in this feature of Premier League Prime Time? Smash a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. And be sure to check out our other platforms on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And we hope you have an absolutely fantastic day/evening. Take care.